Today I'm harvesting sunchokes. These are those knobby, kind of ginger looking like tubers that are really easy to grow and I think very tasty. Ever wonder what to do with these earthy treasures? Well, I'm going to show you how to make a mouth-watering, delicious, gourmet-like, yet simple recipe. Today we are going to make smashed sunchokes with thyme butter. Doesn't that sound good? Now, we've had a couple of frosts, so I know these are at their peak flavor. You know, it's all about making the most of what you grow in your garden. So come along with me on my culinary adventure today, from the garden to the kitchen. I love the taste of this root vegetable. So crunchy. I love snacking on it raw, but I also like it cooked. When I was young, we called them Jerusalem artichokes. I have no idea why, because they didn't originate in Jerusalem and they aren't artichokes. But now they call them sunchokes. So if you're looking for them in the grocery, look for sunchokes. And you know, they only have 100 calories for an entire cup, and they're packed full of iron, potassium, and vitamin C. And they're what I call my infinity garden vegetables because they come back year after year. I really don't have to do anything. But because of that, you have to watch if you plant them because they can be very, very invasive. You want to wash them well. I found that a toothbrush works good for getting in all the nooks and crannies. Now this is looking good and I am just going to cut the tail off. When you get a big one like this, I think it's sometimes better to break off the bumps so you can get it really clean like that. And then you see, you can get them cleaner in between. So here they are cleaned. This big one back here, I'm probably going to slice it up and put it in water and keep it in the refrigerator. I love snacking on raw sunchokes. Now there is a warning about sunchokes, however. They contain something called inulin, which is a prebiotic. It is in a sunchoke like starch is in a potato. But because starch isn't in inulin, it's good for a diabetic diet because it has a neutral effect on blood sugar and it can be utilized by the good bacteria living in your gut. So then you're saying, oh, why are you giving me a warning? Well, inulin can cause gas and it can cause gastric distress. There is another name that you don't hear as often for sunchokes, and that is fartichokes. That's right, fartichokes. You can have that reaction to them. So if you are eating them for the first time, just sample them. Don't overindulge, because then you might have stomach distress. I have been eating them my entire life and I really don't have a problem. But a warning, you may. Now I love making cooking, canning, gardening, chicken care, emergency preparedness videos so you can become more self-reliant and be able to meet the everyday challenges as well as the more catastrophic challenges. So if you'd like more of this, subscribe to my channel. And if you're finding value in this video, please hit the like button. I really, really appreciate it. This is a recipe from the Serious Eats website and the link is in the description below this video. I love this pasta pot. I've had it for a long time. Can you see all the little holes? So you cook whatever you want in here. Like I also use it when I'm cooking potatoes to make mashed potatoes, and then you easily drain the water out. I mean, what can be easier? And if you'd like a pot like this, purchase link down below. I really, really encourage you, if you don't have a pasta pot, get it. You're gonna be surprised at how many different times you use it. I covered the sunchokes with about 1 inch of water, and now we're gonna bring the water up to boiling. And we want to salt the water really, really well. So we're getting it boiling. Now we're going to turn it down to sim and do it for about 10 minutes. The smaller ones might be a little less. Okay, these smaller ones after 5 minutes, Basically, we're getting no resistance, so they're done. Take a little longer for the bigger ones. Okay, now it's time to have some fun. We are going to use our cast iron pan to smash, that's right, squish those sunchokes. Now, this is a Jim Beam pan, and it's a little bit smaller, but it is perfect when I'm just cooking something for my husband and I. And it even comes, it's a whole set. So the smallest is perfect for 1 egg. Now, I received these in a promotion at a casino, but if you're interested, you can buy them, and they're very reasonable. I have the purchase link down below. Okay, and we'll use these smaller ones to illustrate what we're doing. We're taking a heavy cast iron pan, and we're smooshing them. Okay? Just don't want them to break apart. Just like that. And we're going to do that for all of them. But now, time to fry them up. So there they are, all of our smashed sunchokes. Now we're going to melt some butter. And we are going to fry them up to get them crispy on one side. It'll be about 3 minutes per side once this pan gets up to temperature. Now the butter is almost melted. About 3 more minutes. Luckily, the frost didn't kill the thyme growing on my deck by my kitchen. So I'm going to harvest a little. But if you don't have any fresh thyme, don't worry. Just use dried thyme instead. 3 minutes are up. We're going to flip these over. Right there. Aren't they getting nice and brown? See, back when I have them all flipped. Now they're all flipped. Just going to put just a little bit of that thyme in there, and the butter. And we'll save some to sprinkle on top. Almost done. I'm going to put just a little pepper. And some more salt on it. Okay, time to dish up. And now we'll just sprinkle a little of our cut thyme leaves on top. Doesn't that look good? Time for a taste test. Excuse me, let me swallow. These are so good. They're a little crispy and buttery on the outside and completely creamy on the inside. I mean, this makes a great dinner accompaniment, and your guests will say, what are these? Is this a potato? But it doesn't really completely taste like a potato. And you can say, they're sunchokes. And maybe you can even say, they're sunchokes from my garden. If you'd like more sunchokes recipes, check out this playlist.